Hey folks, this is the Propelio Academy Insurance Course. I am James Jenkins, your host for our festivities. This is episode 9. We are talking all about property evaluation methods. That's really cool stuff, right? It's totally sexy. Let's dive right in. Methods for valuing property. There are 3 of them we're going to discuss and 1 we're not because it almost never comes up. The first is going to be actual cash value, otherwise known as ACV. This is the one you don't want if you can avoid it. It's not very good. Replacement cost value is the one you want. It is great. We'll talk about it here in just a second. The third one is a fairly new construct a lot of insurance companies have started using. It's kind of a halfway point between actual cash value and full replacement cost value. It's called functional replacement value, or FRV. We'll get into that here in a second. Lastly is agreed value, which you will almost never see, so we're just going to skip right over that. First is going to be actual cash value, and the way that actual cash value, or ACV, works is the insurance carrier, the claims adjuster, will determine the full replacement value of a property, and then they will calculate depreciation based on the expected lifespan of the property and the implements and the infrastructure. So, say for instance, if you've got a roof with shingles that are designed to last 20 years, and we're 10 years into the lifespan of that roof, depreciation is ding, 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 50%. What that means is if it was going to cost you $10,000 to replace the roof, you now will get $5,000 to replace the roof. And you think to yourself, well, great, I can do a lot with $5 grand. I know a guy. Wait, not so fast. You got to pay your deductible before that. So once depreciation and the deductible stack on top of it, that $10,000 roof is probably more like getting a check for $2,500 or $3,000. So you want to avoid the actual cash value whenever possible. A thing you want to pay close attention to, a lot of companies now are bringing up additional requirements for the roof, where the structure itself might be replacement cost value, or RCV, but if that roof cannot be documented to be younger than 15 years, they will force ACV coverage on the roof. In my world, ACV on a roof is kind of profanity. You don't want that because, let's be real, it's DFW, and if you're going to file a claim, about 70% likelihood that that claim is going to be wind and hail related. So if we can avoid ACV on a roof, we're going to do that at all cost. Next is going to be replacement cost value, or RCV. It determines the fair market replacement value of the structure or the implements or property, whatever you want it to be considering, of the current kind and value, which means, you know what, if you had linoleum, we're going to replace it with linoleum. You're not going to get a free upgrade to Carrara marble. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work that way. So RCV is what you want. You want to make sure you're getting RCV for the structure, for the contents, and for the roof, because each one of them can be made either ACV or RCV, and we want to have RCV for everything. This is almost always the best option. I only put the word almost in there because I don't like saying always and never with insurance, because there's usually a way around always and never. Third is going to be functional replacement value. This is a fairly new method. A lot of companies may not even have it yet. It is basically the halfway point between ACV and RCV. It's going to be determining the returning the structure to its comparable function, but not necessarily the same level of quality of a cosmetic nature. So as long as it functions exactly like it was supposed to from before, you may not get as nice and pretty as it was before, as long as it serves its function correctly. So you definitely don't want FRV if you can get RCV. If you get full replacement value, you want to pursue that and make sure you ask for that. So specifically with your agent or broker, and get them to make sure that that policy has RCV, not FRV or ACV, for the structure, the contents, and the roof. So that's basically it for the evaluation methods. If you have further questions or want to talk about this or anything else we've covered so far in the insurance course with Propelio Academy, please visit me on my website, jjairm.com/consultation. You get to schedule time with me, no cost, no sales pitch, and you can ask whatever questions you want, and I will give you whatever I can to help out in any way possible. Thanks for watching this episode of the Insurance Course with Propelio Academy. We'll see you soon, boys and girls.